That's very embarrassing. There were some good points out of that game. First off, we created many chances. And it seems like United, when they play very bad, they get the result. And when they at least try and attack, try to get into the game, we get results like we get today. But again, Ten Hag needs to put his hand up. And what's the use you got Palestri as a right wing, but you're playing Bruno out of his position? You're playing Scott with Casemiro, but Scott is playing more on the right and Bruno's again in the middle. Eriksen wants to be in the middle. It just doesn't work, and his stubbornness is creating chaos in that team where the players doesn't know what to do and when to do it. And then just to come again, there's no use having a striker. There were like 4 or 5 times when he made good runs, but then the golden boy of Manchester, Marcus Rashford, just cannot seem to pass the ball. So what's the point of having a striker if you are not going to use him? Rashford just does not pass. And the substitutions he made, why you bring Højlund off? Why don't you take Rashford off? You're going to bring Garnacho, you're going to bring Martial, and I can play on the left. Why bring Rashford? Why you take Højlund off? We are chasing a game, but you take your striker off. And this is taking nothing away from Brighton, because in that first 17-20 minutes, United were playing well, they were attacking, but Brighton kept their structure, and when they got their chances, they were clinical. Again, our midfield, you're playing with basically 4 midfield, but yet they are the ball, they are cutting us like a hot knife through butter there. Why? Because you're playing players out of position. I do not understand why. So there was nothing Onana could have done to those goals. He actually kept us in the game with some good saves, but Ten Hag really needs to ask himself questions. What is the purpose of having a 72 million striker if your left wing is selfish? His decision making is bad, but yet no one wants to talk about it because he's from Manchester. He's out of the academy. He's a local lad. So there's positives to take off the game. We created many chances, but unfortunately decision making was the downfall of United's lost today. Not just from the players itself, particularly Rashford, but also from Ten Hag. You got a right wing, use him. Why you don't use him, I do not know. Well, but that's my thoughts. Embarrassing 3-1 on your home. Teams just coming there. Yes, you had a fortress, you were like sub 20 something games unbeaten at home, but it wasn't games where you dominated. So you were grinding out results. And sometimes grinding out results is not enough. You need to put up a performance. And yes, for 20 minutes there was a performance. But after that, we just went back to the old United of self. Is it tactics from Ten Hag? Or is the players just don't know how to implement the game plan that's expected from them? Let me know your thoughts. But like I say, embarrassing. Few good points, but there needs to be lots of soul searching. Within that team, we got Munich coming up. And there need to be deep conversation held with Rashford. Let me know what you guys think.